recorded.
Good evening, everyone. Hello and welcome to A Course in Miracles. We hold a discussion here every night. We've been doing this now for 69 nights as of tonight. It went really, really fast. I'm Teri Angel. I'm here with my co-host, Karen Palmer. Hi, Karen.
Hi.
And our beautiful family. We have Christine Elizabeth and Sunny. Charlie Charman.
Hello, everyone.
Auntie Jean.
Hello, everyone.
Grace Isis.
Hello, everybody.
And Melanie.
Hello.
All right, we're ready to delve into this lesson. And today was an interesting one about grievances. So I can't wait to see what you all did with that. And Karen, would you take us into our hearts so we can get into this discussion tonight?
Absolutely. So I'll just invite everyone to close your eyes. And just notice your breath, breathing you, and feel the awareness of pure awareness that is witnessing and watching all that's going on. Feel the wonder and the awe of just being a passerby, not getting engaged or entertained or disillusioned by the divine play, but just watching it all play out, watching each beautiful, beautiful being play their part, feeling and knowing with certainty that you have written this script and handed the script out to each person in your life. And they're just playing their part. And if you have a grievance or a judgment about anyone, this is where gentleness, and we call in that feeling of gentleness to let all grievances and all judgments float away, because they're only distractions. They're distracting you from your true self. When we use a grievance or a judgment or an upset in any way, we're abandoning our true self. We're stepping away from the wonder and the awe and the magnificence of the truth, and accepting an illusion, a false image. All of creation was created perfect by love, for love. All of creation was created by love, for love. Freedom is our only need now. And we are free to be free or free to be bound and the illusion of perception. The truth is, we've been free. The only one who holds the key to our freedom is ourself, the true self. And we allow that true self to come into the light. And we let all the clouds of grievances and all the illusions of judgment and ideas and concepts and images, all the false, all the fear, false everything appearing real, false expectations appearing real, false energy appearing real. It's all false because only love is real. And love has no expectations. Love has no demands. Love has no conditions. And that is what we are. All of creation is perfect love. All of creation is perfect love. There is no other purpose here than to share that love, expand that love, radiate that love, learning that this is our only goal. There's nothing else to do. Let us end the ancient search today by finding the light in us. The light is there. Just like the sun shines, whether there's clouds or rain, the sun is always there. So let us end the ancient search today by finding this light in us and holding it up for everyone who searches and looking upon everything and rejoicing. The light has come. I have forgiven the world. So come back into this moment excited and playfully accepting that grievances have no power over us. Judgments are just silly. They're just silly, Kaylee. They're just silly. Just judgments, just grievances. And this is a fun way for us, this next lesson that we come into, I'll be leading us through, is a fun way for us to realize that, again, we are the sky, we are the sun, and all these grievances, all this nonsense is all just clouds going by. None of it is real. Only love is real. A grievance isn't love. Even if we call it love, I'm trying to make you be a better person. I'm doing this because I love you. We have even parents who abuse us and say, I'm doing this for your good. I'm doing this because I love you and I want you to be a good person. But this is why we're letting go of all of that, because that's not love. We're not interested in anything but love. So let's see what you guys got to say. Kaylee's got a lot to say today.
Yes, she does. Oh my
Wasn't that
goodness.
so cute? She was like listening and sure. I kind of
She
agree,
really
Mom.
wanted to be heard today. I love that. I love you, Katie Bug.
She's a love bug for sure.
Yeah,
One thing I have definitely learned about my life, this experience, is Kaylee has taught me real love. Real love.
absolutely.
No
The
conditions,
animals
no
will.
expectations, no demands.
Yeah.
And I think Sunny has done that for Christine too, huh? Christine,
Yeah,
Yes,
no, she
Sonny.
has.
Yes, and Sonny went by to the night for bed. She gained with 2 pounds back.
Yay.
So that's a plus. She went to the vet. So she
Yeah.
gained with 2 pounds by back cow and see. And
Good.
not by happy with my son.
That's so good, Christine. I'm so glad we're doing this lesson on grievance. Sharon and I had a really good discussion last night about grievances and holding grudges and how destructive that is to us. You know, it's not destructive to anybody else. If we hold a grudge, you know, it's what's that saying? It's like taking poison and expecting the other person to die. That seriously is what it is. It's like this poison inside of us, something that maybe we've had a hurt, maybe somebody's done something, and seriously, this life is all about the experiences and the contrast. But if we hold on to that and the low vibration energy, it's only hurting us. It's not hurting that other person. They're off happy-go-lucky, you know, and living their life. And then here we are wrapped up in this bitter anger. And to me, that's the power of choice. We choose if we're going to stay wrapped up in that anger and that blanket that holds us down, that heaviness, or if we're going to choose forgiveness, which we just went through lessons on forgiveness, and then looking at how important that is to just let go, to no longer hold on to it. And, you know, I had a really good discussion with Sharon last night. We were sharing, you know, did you ever have a grudge? Did you ever hold on? And yes, I have. You know, I went through periods where I'm like, I can't forgive that person, you know, for what they did. And then the eye-opening moment of, oh, you know, it's about me, not about them. It's about me freeing my energy and not being out of my heart. Because if I'm out of my heart, that's when all of those thoughts come in. But once we get back into the heart, we realize it's really not about anybody else other than us and our journey. And then it makes it a lot easier to let go of the grievances and let go of the hurt and the things that we perceive to be so monumental in this journey. And really the only thing that's monumental is love, because that is the only thing that's real. So I love this discussion today. And I want to read just this one line. I know, Melanie, you have your hand up. Let me read this one line or a paragraph from Insights. It says, once in a while, I do a big spring cleaning in my living space. I toss out what doesn't fit, doesn't suit, doesn't work, everything I can live without. I am left with a feeling of satisfaction at the clean, airy, light space I have made. That is what this lesson feels like. I feel like placing vases of bright spring flowers in my mind to celebrate a good job done. The thing about spring cleaning is that I have to repeat it every few months as the clutter starts to reaccumulate. I don't know where it comes from. Sometimes I could swear it just grows in the night as I sleep. So it's a conscious awareness, constantly. You can't dust a table one time and expect that to be it. It's never going to collect dust again. And we do, because we have experiences every moment of every day. So it's a conscious awareness. And when these grievances pop up, it's like, oh, I have a choice now. Do I let that dust accumulate on the table and just sit there and not look so nice? Or do I just, what do you say, Karen? Swish and dismiss and clean it off, and then be in that beautiful environment of just love. No judgments, only love. So that being said, Melanie, I'd love to hear how you did with this lesson.
Yes, I did it, but okay. It was working for me, but then, it looks like in the time I need to have that strengthening, and I'm like, what happened? Like, where is the why the strengthening is feel like it's gone, and it's feeling back again, my heart beating up, the palpitations, and then I said, no, this thing is not from God. That thing is, that's it. Do you hear me?
Yeah, I didn't quite get that last sentence that you said, Melanie.
Oh,
I had to turn my volume up. I'm sorry.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. So I did the lesson, but I felt that in the night, like later, like I still have those, like the palpitations, like, oh. So then I sat and started just watching my breathing, and then, we're able to, then I need to have the strengthening, to have the faith in this, where it's something I like, what's good. So then I kind of like, I asked, you God, please help me. I'm kind of like, it's, what's going on with me? What's not happening?
And I think the more you develop that habit of pausing and breathing in, it's going to help you so much. Our breath is the connector. So when we breathe into our heart, we become more heart-centered, and we stop those mind chatters that tell us anything else, anything other than love. So I'm proud of you. Just keep breathing. Whenever you feel the heart palpitations, whenever you feel yourself getting anxious, just breathe. And do like Karen says, stop, spirit, take over, please. And just allow that to happen instead of the runaway thoughts.
Yeah, and just be aware too, Melanie, that when you're stepping away from your true self, you can feel it. That's what the palpitations are. They're giving you it's like a road map. It's like a GPS in your car. It's showing you you're going away. You're stepping away. And if we, like what Teri just said, if we just stay in our heart and we remember that that's where we are home, and we can just watch everything just go by. We can just be a passerby. We can watch, okay, I still have this grievance. Yeah, okay, I'm still upset about this. Yeah, it's okay. I'm not going to engage with you. I'm not going to take you on and start having a conversation about this. I'm not going to go start a chat club to explain my grievances, and I'm not going to start, sharing these grievances. I'm going to just let these grievances be given to spirit, and I'm going to trust that the palpitations are a gift of grace. And I'm thanking these gifts of grace because each time I feel this, it reminds me that I've stepped away from my true self. And you're the only one who can step back, honey. You're the only one who can step back in. We can say it over and over again. We can do, but you're the one who can step back in. And personally, I think that you have stepped back in by just sharing what you shared. Bravo.
Okay. Yesterday I didn't feel that much, but I did much better with them. Just now in the night, I think I had to continue doing the same thing. Thank you.
This next lesson that we're going to be doing for tomorrow is really helpful. It'll be really helpful for what you just spoke about. So thank you again for sharing. We need to expose the false so that it can fall away. We need to expose all of it so that it can heal, so that, and the only place it needs to heal is in our own mind. And once we heal it in our own mind, we're healing it for the entire creation. All of creation is being touched by your healing. So thank you, Melanie.
Yes. And one thing that also I've been telling myself is that God is beyond this power. Something like that. I say that God is much bigger than this power. And then that helps me. Instead of saying, he's the only power, no, I had to say he's beyond this power, and that immediately get rid of that stuff.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah.
Charles?
Well, when I did the long lesson this morning, I couldn't believe all the people. And I was just kept going back and through all the years, and I'm like, wow, I didn't like that person, or this person did this, or that did that, and I was like, wow, it kept going and going, and I'm like, oh wow, things I forgot about and didn't even, remember, and they were all coming back to me, and I'm like, oh, okay. Then I gotta, love holds no grievances. I was letting them go. So yeah, it was good, the long one. I didn't do many in the short ones today, but when I did do the big one in the morning, I was
Did you need a bigger broom to do the spring cleaning, Charlie?
I think so. Anyway, yeah.
And if we look at every grievance and we look at every opportunity as a gift, any trigger, anything that upsets us, anything, if we start looking at that as a gift of grace, and we start saying to ourselves, oh, here comes another one, instead of, going into, oh, I should be over this, I should have been done with this, we beat ourselves up. So we can easily just accept that grace is giving us a gift, or we can go into, a feeling of, I'm going to be punished for this. I don't want to look at this. So many people, I'm not saying this in a judgmental way, but so many people just try to just pretend that they cut somebody out of their life and pretend that they don't have any feelings for them. And that is like the most painful experience, because they're not looking at their own issues. And so they just want to keep on just saying, well, it's that person. If that person hadn't done that, then I would still be happy. But that's giving all your power to somebody else. So it's like, I'm encouraged by what you said, Charlie. I think it's beautiful that you had that experience where all the people came up for you. And it shows you how much you've grown too. It shows you, Holy Spirit is so beautiful at looking at things with us and showing us, hey, well, you don't have to sacrifice anything, because love doesn't ask for sacrifice.
Yeah.
Love doesn't ask for suffering. So don't feel like you have to sacrifice anything. Just let this go. Just hand it over to me. I'll take care of it. And that's the beauty of the course, is that we don't have to do anything. We just have to be willing to give it back to God, so that God and Holy Spirit can repurpose that relationship. And who knows?
Okay.
You know, who knows? Maybe healing a grievance on an energetic level, physically, that person might come back into your life again. You just never know. But it's up to spirit. We just trust the grace of spirit.
All right. I liked Pam's one too. It was Pink Floyd. Someone's in my head, and it's not me.
That's what happens when you hold that grievance. That's pervasive then inside of you.
Yeah. So anyway, yeah, that was good.
Thank you, Charlie. We appreciate that input. Anybody else?
I didn't really have a time to do a lot of the practice today because we've been pretty busy with visitors and everything. But I guess I don't know whether I don't really hang on to grievances or whether I just have convinced myself that I don't. Because if I like sitting, no, that's my doggy, sitting in the, like Charlie did, trying to think of all the people I've had grievances about. I can't bring in a whole bunch, The thing is, I think I have it at the time. I'll get a little upset.
Frozen pea.
I think she gets a little upset.
It's gone. I just let it go, it just, I think, okay, that I am in no way a judge of anyone else. So I just let it go, because it's not my place to say, well, like when you're a teacher, people use your ideas or steal your words or whatever, I've had people do that where I've worked on something really hard and then they present it as their own work. And so you do get a little grieved about it, a little upset about it. But then you say, well, it's okay. They can have it. It's okay. It's not important. The idea was important and the idea is getting out there. So that's it. I don't know. I'm finding this doing this A Course in Miracles seems to be taking me a different kind of way than it's taking other people. I don't know. But possibly, like, if I had more time today, I would have come to some other thing, some other feeling about it. But I really don't feel like I have a lot of grievances.
I think that's great, Jean. And, we evolve in our spiritual progression, just like we do in our physical. So I think you're at a very good place, and I love hearing that. The other thing I wanted to say as I was listening to you talk, sometimes it's not a person that we hold a grievance against. Sometimes it's situations out of our control. And I think I was having this discussion with somebody just yesterday about how there's just a lot of people that don't know what to do with their energy, their feeling, their response to what's happened to us over the last few years with COVID and, the lockdown and all of that. And so I think there's some grievance there against just even that happening. And there's nothing you can put your finger on and say that person, but it's still there to be cleaned out of our closet, and to just accept and allow that, if you stay in love, then that energy is going to dissipate. The more we focus on love is the only thing that's real, and the fact that there's no accidents or coincidences. Everything's in divine plan. Even though it may look horrible to us, there's a divine plan for everything in our world. So I think it's, like I said, I don't think it always has to be a person. And sometimes it's not even something you can put your finger on. You just have that feeling of, being out of sorts. And so forgive that, and let that go. So I hope that makes sense, Gina. Maybe that'll clear up a little bit of
really
that.
Does. And, and I think you're right, like what you said about COVID, that a lot of people have a grievance about that and are holding it. They're not letting it go. Right. And when I think of it, I know it was awful and it still is, but it also caused us to discover certain things that have been really beneficial to us in a social, moral kind of a way. Look at the family that grew out of the COVID that we have and things like that. So everything's a balance and of good and bad. And I don't know, maybe I just don't have the energy anymore to hold grievances. I just,
I like that thought.
I just deal with the day, deal with what's going on now, with a little bit of course, of hope and faith for the future, but not with I live in the now, I guess is what I'm trying to say.
It's the only place to live.
Yeah,
welcome to Nowville.
and there's no grievances when you're living in the now. So
no, there's not. Yeah. All right. Anything else before we have the review for tomorrow? Our assignment?
No, I'm anxious about tomorrow.
Okay, Karen, I guess you're on.
Where'd she go? There she is. Charlie left. Charlie?
I'm freezing.
Am I frozen again?
No, you're not frozen. We were waiting for Karen.
Goodness, it's not working.
Karen, can you hear us?
I can hear you. I can't chat. I can't do anything.
Okay, while she's figuring that out, we want to say hello to people joining us virtually. We have Mary Ellen Scanlon, who says she will be 69 next month, and we are on our day 69. Welcome, Mary Ellen. John Thaddeus Fiore. Hello, darling.
Miss Masawawa.
And Joanne Castrillo. Good evening to you. Thank you all.
Joanne.
And anyone else who's out there listening and not commenting, we appreciate your being here for A Course in Miracles discussion. We are coming to the point where we get our assignment for tomorrow, because that's how this works. For those of you who are not familiar, we have the discussion about the one that we just participated in, and then we find out what we're going to say tomorrow and what the exercise is. So hopefully Karen can get her technology working. There's been a lot of technical problems lately with electronics, and I'm just going to blame it on the energy. Hopefully she'll get back here in just a minute. And our Gracie kept coming in and getting kicked off. Grace Isis, did you want to share anything now that you're here?
No, I'm okay. Thank you so much, Miss. Thank you.
Okay, I can't hear you, Gracie, but I see you muted, so that's fine. And Karen's coming in.
I'm sorry, I'm having all kinds of computer problems. I think because we had more rain again today.
We can hear
Oh,
you.
while by having the way
Yeah,
in
we
right
can hear
now.
Karen.
Okay, do you want me to try and read this then?
Yeah, just go ahead and read it.
That'd
We
be
can hear
great.
you.
Yeah.
You can hear me, okay. Okay, my grievances hide the light of the world in me. No one can look upon what your grievances conceal, because your grievances are hiding the light of the world in you. Everyone stands in darkness, and you beside him. But as the veil of your grievances is lifted, you are released with him. Share your salvation now with him who stood beside you when you were in hell. He is your brother in the light of the world that saves you both. Today, let us make another real attempt to reach the light in you. Before we undertake this in our more extended practice period, let us devote several minutes to thinking about what we are trying to do. We are literally attempting to get in touch with the salvation of the world. We are trying to see past the veil of darkness that keeps it concealed. We are trying to let that veil be lifted and see the tears of God's Son disappear in the sunlight. Let us begin our longer practice period today with the full realization that this is so, and with real determination to reach what is dearer to us than all else. Salvation is our only need. There is no other purpose here and no other function to fulfill. Learning salvation is our only goal. Let us end the ancient search today by finding the light in us and holding it up for everyone who searches with us to look upon and rejoice. Very quietly now, with your eyes closed, try to let go of all the content that generally occupies your consciousness. Think of your mind as a vast circle surrounded by a layer of heavy, dark clouds. You can see only the clouds because you seem to be standing outside the circle and quite apart from it. From where you stand, you can see no reason to believe there is a brilliant light hidden by the clouds. The clouds seem to be the only reality. They seem to be all there is to see. Therefore, you do not attempt to go through them and past them, which is the only way in which you would be really convinced of their lack of substance. We will make this attempt today. After you have thought about the importance of what you are trying to do for yourself and for the world, try to settle down in perfect stillness, remembering only how much you want to reach the light in you today. Determined to go past the clouds, reach out and touch them in your mind. Brush them aside with your hand. Feel them resting on your cheeks and forehead and eyelids as you go through them. Go on. Clouds can't stop you. If you are doing the exercise properly, you will begin to feel a sense of being lifted up and carried ahead. Your little effort and your small determination calls on the power of the universe to help you. And God Himself will raise you from the darkness into the light. You are in accord with His will. You cannot fail because your will is His. Have confidence in your Father today and be certain that He has heard you and answered you. You may not recognize His answer yet, but you can indeed be sure that it is given you, and you will yet receive it. Try as you attempt to go through the clouds to the light to hold this confidence in your mind. Try to remember that you are at last joining your will to God's. Try to keep the thought clearly in your mind that what you undertake with God must succeed. Then let the power of God work in you and through you, that His will and yours be done. In the shorter practice periods, which you will want to do as often as possible in view of the importance of today's idea to you and your happiness, remind yourself that your grievances are hiding the light of the world from your awareness. Remind yourself also that you are not searching for it alone and that you do not know where to look for it. Say then, my grievances hide the light of the world in me. I cannot see what I have hidden, yet I want to let it be revealed to me for my salvation and the salvation of the world. Also, be sure to tell yourself, if I hold this grievance, the light of the world will be hidden from me. If you are tempted to hold anything against anyone today. So that's a fun exercise. I really love that exercise. And I encourage people to start first thing in the morning with that. And then let yourself really throughout the day, keep reminding yourself, they're all clouds. They're all clouds. Any little idea you have about yourself, any false belief you have about yourself, any false image you have of yourself or someone else, it's all just a cloud. And like it says, brush those clouds away. They can't hurt you. They're just clouds. We give so much power away to the nothingness, and it's just so beautiful when you realize how simple and easy it is to just let it go. Just like Frozen says, the song, let it go.
Let it go. And we're going to let people go that are here just for Course in Miracles, because we're going into chanting now. So thank you, Sharon.
Sorry,
Melanie,
we had
all
some
of them.
technical difficulties there.
Yeah, it happens. All right, so we're going into chanting.
Charlie's having technical difficulties too.
Probably. All right, so we're shifting gears and we're going to start chanting. And the first one is Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. So Karen, would you explain how we do this, please?
Okay, so this is where we're going to chant 3 times slow, and then we'll chant 108 times all together as our beautiful family. Beautiful Auntie Jean will let us know when we get to that magic number. And then beautiful Teri Angel will lead us in a short meditation on freedom. Then we'll go into our second chant. So we declare that all obstacles be removed. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. We declare that all barriers, conflicts, and violence be removed. Om Ganapataye Namaha. We declare that all illusions and illness be removed.
Om
Ganapataye Namaha.
Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye
Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. 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 Om Gam Ganapataye
Namaha.
Om Gam
Om
Ganapataye
Namaha.
Om Gam Ganapataye Om Gam Ganapataye Om Gam Ganapataye Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha 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 Om Ganapataye Namaha Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha Om Gam Ganapataye
Om Ganapataye Namaha. Ganapataye Namaha. Ganapataye Namaha. Ganapataye Namaha. Ganapataye Namaha.
Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha.
Let's take a breath into our heart center. Focus in on the energy that's there once we clean house, once we let go of all the obstacles, all the illusions, all the perceived barriers. Just sweep them away and know that only love is real. So if you're seeing those things that are holding you back, it's just an illusion. Back into your heart. Always breathe right into the heart. And you'll lift up, up, up to a higher plane. And that's where we are when we chant Nam Myoho Renge Kyo, our second chant. And let's all welcome our miracle Marlene in with us tonight. Thank you for being here, Marlene. We love you so much. So Karen, would you please talk about the second chant?
Okay, so this is where we're going to chant 3 times slow, and then we'll chant 108 times all together as our beautiful family. Beautiful Auntie Jean will let us know when we get to the magic. It's like we're just playing magic. We're playing musical chairs here. Everybody's popping in and out. And then beautiful Teri Angel, if she comes back, will lead us in the next part of our session. So we declare that all are accepting, aligning, allowing, and awake. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. We declare that all are happy and healthy. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. We declare that all live in peace and harmony and are open and ready to receive miracles. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. 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 Nam Myoho
Myoho Renge Kyo. Nam 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 Myoho Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo.
Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. Myoho Renge Kyo. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. Myoho Renge Kyo. Nam 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 Myoho Renge Kyo. Nam
Nam
Myoho
Myoho
Renge
Renge
Kyo.
Kyo.
Myoho
Nam
Renge Kyo.
Myoho Renge
Nam
Kyo.
Myoho Renge
Nam
Kyo.
Myoho Renge
Nam
Kyo.
Myoho Renge
Nam
Kyo.
Myoho
Nam
Renge
Myoho
Kyo.
Renge Kyo.
Nam
Nam
Myoho
Myoho
Renge
Renge Kyo.
Kyo.
Nam
Nam
Myoho
Myoho
Renge
Renge Kyo. Nam
Nam
Myoho Renge Kyo. Nam
Nam
Myoho Renge Kyo. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. Myoho Renge Kyo. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. Renge Kyo. Nam Myoho 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 Renge Kyo. Myoho Renge Kyo.
Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo.
Nam
Nam Myoho
Myoho
Renge
Renge
Kyo.
Kyo.
Nam
Nam
Myoho Renge
Myoho
Kyo.
Renge
Nam
Kyo.
Myoho Renge
Nam
Kyo.
Myoho
Nam
Renge
Myoho
Kyo.
Renge Kyo.
Nam
Nam
Myoho
Myoho Renge
Renge
Kyo.
Kyo.
Nam Myoho
Nam
Renge
Myoho
Kyo.
Renge
Nam
Kyo.
Myoho Renge
Nam
Kyo.
Myoho Renge
Myoho
Kyo.
Renge Kyo.
Nam
Nam
Myoho
Myoho Renge
Renge
Kyo.
Kyo.
Nam
Nam
Myoho
Myoho
Renge Kyo.
Renge Kyo.
Nam Myoho
Nam
Renge
Myoho
Kyo.
Renge
Nam
Kyo.
Myoho Renge Kyo.
Nam
Nam
Myoho
Myoho
Renge
Renge Kyo.
Kyo.
Nam Myoho Renge Kyo.
Nam Myoho
Renge Kyo.
Kyo.
Nam Myoho Renge
Kyo.
Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. Myoho Renge Kyo.
Nam Myoho
Oh,
Renge
yay.
Kyo.
Let's breathe again into our hearts, pulling in the energy of love, because that's where this chant takes us. It takes us right to the realization that the only thing that's real is love. And in that high vibration of love, we are going to give honor to our Creator by chanting Om 3 times. So breathe into your heart. And we're going to begin the chanting of Om. Hold that love in your heart and connect your heart and your brain and share that energy of love between the two. And after a moment of silence, we'll give that love out into the world. Beautiful energy we just immersed ourselves in between us, our brain, and the Creator. Let's give it away. Let's send it far and wide, wherever it's needed in our world today. And we all know how much we need this love, this acceptance, this non-judgmental energy. Just send it without agenda, just to let it go bless the world wherever it's needed. Om Shanti Shanti. Om peace, peace, sweet peace. We ask that peace fall upon our planet in all the areas where there is energy. Om Shanti. Ooh, what a beautiful night together. The message from A Course in Miracles about letting go, holding no grievances, just knowing that only love is real. And every night we feel that as we make our declaration that there is love, there is peace, there is joy in our world. So that declaration of peace, Charlie, would you lead us in that?
Oh, I would be honored to. So this is something that we do every night, and we've been doing it for 1,013 nights now. And what we do is we say that there is peace on earth, and because we know there is, and we know that peace resides inside of us. So we're going to count down 3 to 1 to 0, and we're going to repeat it. So 3, 2, 1. We
declare that there is peace on earth, and we declare that peace begins inside of us.
So it is.
And so it is.
So it is.
Always.
Forever and ever.
Forever.
Amen.
And we've been doing this as a group known as
The P for peace.
Please.
And everyone here's a P. We have a crispy. Oh, I like that.
Crispy.
Yeah,
And
the
Charlie P and a Gracie P. And we have a Teri P. And we have a Karen P. We also have a Sharon P. With the pictures here. And a Marlene P. And everybody who's for peace is a P for peace. And if you're not, wouldn't you like to be a P too? Yes. And now Gracie's
Tea time.
turn.
And it's tea time because in nature, the hills are alive with the sound of
chanting.
and the spring
The wind of peace.
peace and the smile
Our
on
faces.
faces because peace is coming around the corner when we chant.
Peace is
Peace is coming
coming.
around the corner when we chant.
Peace is
Peace is coming around the corner.
Awesome.
Smiles on people's faces. Peace is coming around the corner when we chant. Be kind.
Be kind.
Thank you.
That's our huge message out to the world. Yeah. And I was renamed this morning, so I'm going to start using my new name.
Mama P. Mama P.
Mama Peace.
Our sweet Leo renamed me this morning. So I'm going to start going with that. And
Mama
peace. Thank you all for being here tonight. Such a delight to come together as a family, morning and night. And I just absolutely love every one of you. I hold you in my prayers every night. Stay in your heart. And we will see you tomorrow and do this all over again.
Yeah.
Good night, everyone, wherever you may
Night.
be. We leave you with
Namaste, y'all.
bye, everybody.
Bye.
Love you. I gotta
Bye.
go